Hello everyone, this is Adam for RealHomeRecording.com. In this video, I'm going to do a shootout between the Ignite Amps PTEq-X plugin, focusing just on the middle section here, and comparing this to Acustica Audio's purple equalizer, the P-1. Both of these plugins aim to emulate the sound of a Pultec EQP-1A equalizer, which is known for its ability to make a badass kick drum sound, and it also has a nice airy sounding high end, so it gets nice and bright without sounding harsh. So let's take a look at it. So the Ignite Amps is actually a free plugin, and purple isn't free, and it's supposed to be, well, in my opinion, it's the top sounding, or I don't know if it sounds as close to the hardware as the real thing, because I never used the real hardware, but to my ears, it's won all the shootouts so far by a small margin. So I want to see if a free plugin can sound as good as this one, or maybe even better, who knows. So for this, I have it on stereo mode. The oversampling is as high as it can be, and unfortunately, because of the screen capture, we are running at 44.1 kilohertz. Otherwise, I would be going as high as each of these sound files are, and maybe that will make a bigger difference. But this is the trial version of the P1, not the full version. And let's get started. Let's start with the PTEq-X. Now, again, during my last shootout with the IK Multimedia version of this plugin, I ended with the acoustic guitar, and I thought the acoustic guitar was actually the most revealing instrument, so I'm going to start with that this time around and then go to the kick drum. So I'm going to shut up now and just play some audio. All right, guys, for me, the clear winner is the purple P-1. It just has a sound to it that's thick. I mean, especially with the kick drum. The kick drum compared to the PTEq-X was just like, it was weak, is the best way to describe it. The purple kicked ass. And the only thing I really liked the PTEq-X on was distorted guitar. You know, it was okay with acoustic guitar, but it had this kind of like thin sound to it. It just didn't. It's like it eliminated other frequencies that the purple made bigger in a way. That's really the best way I could describe it. You know, it lost the original recording. And again, I'm not biased towards purple because I thought the Waves did a fantastic job, and I was actually really surprised by how good the Pultec sounded. Like I said to you guys, if I already own the Pultec, I wouldn't get the purple. I do own the IK Multimedia version of this plugin, and I'm not going to get the purple P1, although I think the P1 is definitely better than both the IK and the Waves. The differences aren't as large as it is compared to this plugin, where this plugin is definitely not a substitute for P1. Absolutely not. And you know, I guess it's fair because this plugin doesn't cost anything, but it's just good to know that if you're going to be spending money on something like this or IK or Waves, that you're not getting stiffed in a way. Now, again, you know, you can donate to Ignite, but like I said, I think the PTEq-X sounded really good on distorted guitar. It wasn't perfect, but that was the closest out of the two. But for all of the other tests, purple beat it. Absolutely. And it has like this thin sound to it where it doesn't maintain the other frequencies like the other Pultec plugins did. And that's not a good thing. You know, you want to have your original recording remain intact. And I thought that this took away from it. Again, with the exception of on distorted guitar, this plugin definitely has its uses. So I'm going to do one more EQ-P1A shootout because the final plugin, it'll be a surprise, is from a company that is relatively new. They're relatively unknown for whatever reason, but they are putting out excellent products. So I'm really interested to hear their take on this. And also, it has both Pultecs actually. And maybe I'll do one more. Well, I'll do at least 3 for the MEQ5. So I'll shoot out Ignite against the Acustica, and then I'll also shoot out 2 other plugins, possibly. But I hope you guys learned something, and YouTube audio should be able to reveal what I was just talking about, because YouTube audio is no longer bad. It uses the Opus codec, and Opus is awesome. It's better than AAC quality, and AAC was already excellent. So Opus is quite good, and that's actually why I haven't been including raw files in any of these shootouts, because Opus, bottom line is, if you can't hear it in a YouTube video, it's not really worth investing in my opinion. I mean, if there's a difference, it'll reveal itself in a lossy codec. So anyway, thanks for watching. This has been Adam for RealHomeRecording.com.